Hello everyone, welcome back. Path of Exile. I haven't stopped playing games. Well, I haven't been making videos, but my kids are at an age that requires more attention, so I've been spending more time with them and more time just with the family being noisy and not making videos. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I enjoy that kind of thing, so I'm my own nightmare when it comes to that. So in the time that I have got to play Path of Exile since the release of this Breach League, I have done so much. So as you can see, my items here on the right, not all top tier, but close. I've got the Death's Hand, which is the best offhand at the moment for the Unholy Might. I've got the Beanos, which was multi-exalt at the start of the league. This was single exalt-ish when I bought it. I bought it for 50c. I've got a 6-link Kintsugi, which I bought for 7x. And just my gear here is this is rubbish, this is good, this is good, yeah, sort of, this is rubbish, and these are not great, these three, but that's because when I bought them I wasn't using a Kintsugi. Let's talk about what gear I started out with and what I've used differently. So when I started, I just used yellow gear, of course, as you do to level. I used Spectral Throw until I was ready for the next one, which was Blade Vortex, and then I went straight into Blade Flurry. When I got to using Blade Flurry at whatever level it is you start, I was using Hatred, Herald of Ice, Added Cold, Melee Fizz sort of thing, and so I used Blade Flurry, faster attacks, Melee Fizz, Added Cold. You're starting a 4-link with Hatred and Herald of Ash for a huge cold damage stack, and I would just shatter everything. I've used Relentless Fury from level 29 for the Cull and for the Onslaught, I guess, but mainly it's for the Cull. When I swapped over to Merciless Stride Leg and Maps, I got this. I actually had it drop within 5 seconds of dinging. Like before I dinged 64, I got this at 63 from a drop, so that was perfect. Not this one exactly, because as you can see there's no quality on this. You would quality your weapon you're going to use. You don't need to quality your offhand. This one came quality 20. And my gear from now, I would like to move into using Aziri Steps. I actually had these drop for me, because this first league I've actually managed to kill Aziri twice. Well, I didn't kill her once before, but you know. Before I used the 6-link Kintsugi, I used a 5-link rare chest piece, and then I got Queen of the Forest. The reason why my gear looks like this, which is a bit strange, is because I got the highest evasion rating gear that I could buy for my price limit, so that I could get the highest move speed, 1% move speed for every 450 evasion rating. This needs to be upgraded. The Witchfire Brew dropped for me, and I qualityed it to 20 because it gives you a Blasphemy vulnerability which follows you around. I thought it would just vulnerability the things in the smoke cloud. No, it doesn't. That makes it even more valuable. Quickly going over my other flasks. Instant flask, remove bleed. Immunity to freeze. Diamond flask. I'm going to replace this one with the Lion's Roar. I don't know how expensive alpha hours are. Maybe I could use an alpha hour, but I doubt it. So to get to this much investment, you might be thinking that's a lot. This was an Exalt. This was 7. The rest of this gear is probably a little bit expensive. You know, 20C, 20C, 10C when I bought it. You know, this was 15C. It's because I've had a lot more. I have not done any Chaos recipe or anything like this league. I've literally just been killing to get the next thing. So as you can see, I run a Zoff. These are not worth it for the time and the investment at the moment, because these are worth like 1 chaos each. If you can get in early, do this kind of stuff. Otherwise, just run maps. Constantly just run maps. I'm only at yellow maps, and I could be in red because I'm definitely got the gear. Definitely, but I need Uber Lab, which I have not got all the trials for yet, even though I'm level 87. And this was with my son accidentally clicking me into a map and killing me a couple of times today. So what happened? How did I get this money? So I've just been doing maps, but what I did is I've been strategically just sextoning a couple of maps, see if I can get something. On Wastepool, I got unique boss drops unique item, or extra unique item. So on top of their already high chance, but that's beside the point. And I was looking at it, I was thinking, oh yeah, that's nice. We can run a couple of things, and then I thought, oh wait, it touches Canyon. Canyon has 2 bosses. I thought that's nice. I'll run 3 canyons. And then I thought, no, this is really good. We'll run Shaped Canyon. We'll put Twinned on it. We'll get 4 tier 11 mobs that drop uniques. And it paid off. We got a Tukahama's shield. It paid out 6 exalts. I also had 1 pure exalt drop, and a couple of other good things I've had is the level 4 Enlightened card, which I sold for like 30C. I got a Jeweler's Touch on day 3, that sold for 30C. 30C on day 3 is an exalt. We didn't have to pay for the Witchfire's brew because it dropped. And also I've been doing a lot of currency conversions. Been crunching my jewelers and my fuse into chaos. I did link this and jewel it myself, and I can just say this straight up, don't bother. I probably blew 300 fuse to get a 5 link. 300 fuse is a lot of money. You can buy a 5 link with 300 fuse. Hell, you could probably 5 link with 300 fuse. You can. Look. Guaranteed. So I'll quickly run over this. I haven't, in hindsight, thinking about it, you would get Unstable Infusion, and then Noxious Strikes, and then Toxic Delivery, and then Deadly Infusion. Because the crit strike multiplier and crit strike chance is nice, because you have the 7 power charges. 6 power charges. This one is too far. So you get the one from the... Five power charges. One from the tree, you get one from the bandits, so you get 5, which is good enough. You can try to get one somewhere else. I think you can get it on amulets. That would be amazing, but also very expensive. So I'll just run over this and talk about things that I could do differently if I did it again. These are okay. This is okay. This is okay. You could get this. I might even get this over this, because attack speed and fizz damage is okay, but at the moment I'm doing a lot of chaos with my setup, and it might be better to get this one. That's okay. My jewels are... This one's okay, 16% increased fizz damage. They're only really 1 stat jewels.
I'll watch the box now.
Yes, Dad. You can. I don't know if Fatal Toxins is worth points, but I've got it anyway. Val Pack is great, but the no life regen makes doing lab very difficult. Acrobats is nice. When you're leveling this and you're going down here, don't click it. Just roll straight past it. Especially if you have like armor or energy shield, or you're using block. If you're not, you can just grab it on the way past. Heartseeker's nice. This is where it gets a bit annoying for me, right? This is good. Very efficient to pick up the range of starting nodes for evasion life, especially when I was using Queen of the Forest. All the evasion everywhere. But then you come here, and that's nice. And this is nice pathing, but then this. The reason I went this way and not sort of there and around or something else was I wanted to pass past these two 30 nodes in case I needed them, because I was very stat hungry for a while there. Picking up this. Now before I got here, while I was leveling, I picked up this node, because it gives you the mana leech to sustain Blade Flurry, and even if you take the entire cluster, like all the way, if you're having trouble like me, you're terrible at sustaining mana, take this cluster. Then unspec out of it later when you get here. Because you get, you got refund points for a reason, right? Coming down here is good pathing. This is great pathing, jewel. Here, you've got the option to take Profane Chemistry. I've only got the 1 life flask, so this would really only be for the percentage life, and because these are only 3 and this is only 6, if I took this cluster, it would be what, 2% worse than taking 5% nodes. Of course, you got to pick up this life wheel if you're life based. It doesn't matter where you start. If you're witch, you're life based, you got to get here. So I'm 87, so I'll probably get 1 or 2 more levels. I'll pick up this jewel, and then I'll have to consider what's next. Do I pick up these 2 nodes here to get Dervish? Jewel yield node. Do I pick up this attack move speed node? Could be. Do I pick up this node? Could do. Am I going to switch back to a Queen of the Forest link and take this here? Obviously not around here. These rubbish. They got to fix this one day. I mean, they tried to by making it. I think it's less points than this wheel. More like that wheel, but it's still rubbish. This wheel is good. This is sort of good. You sort of take some of this, but this no one passed through here. Pathing through here is a mistake in every scenario. But I've got 2 jewels to pick up, so this one, and then I can also pick up this one if I need to. Fizz damage there, but at the moment I'm not really running Fizz. I'll show you why. Let's talk about links. Cast when damage taken, Immortal Coil, increased duration. When you get hit, triggers this, triggers immortality. You don't get one shot by the quick couple of hits that all come at once. Because if a hit lands, it has to register the hit. If it triggers that, the simultaneous hits will stop. If it's one big hit, it'll kill you. It'll still kill you though. So up here, Ice Golem is the only link up here. The rest are leveling gems. I'm leveling Melee Fizz, I'm leveling Conk Effect, I'm leveling Rapid Decay. So I'll have to fix this soon. I'm thinking that with a totem we'll go either here or maybe down here. Herald of Ash, Grace, Enlighten. That's what I'm using now. It's not what I was using all the time. As I said, I was using elemental damage to level. Herald of Ash at the moment is suffering a bit because I am using a void manipulation for reduced elemental damage. But the ignite is still a dot, and the dots and when my Beano splashes out its poison, it splashes out the overkill damage, so it does more splash, so lets me annihilate packs faster. Grace was more essential when I was running Queen of the Forest. And of course I could run a Val Haste, Val Grace in this setup. I could think about that as well. My current Blade Flurry links are Add a Chaos, increased AoE, increased crit damage, Blade Flurry, faster attacks, void manipulation. Honestly, I think Blade Flurry is so versatile that if you slam any link in it that will connect to it, you will do sufficient damage to get by. I'm leveling a Blood Rage here. I don't use it, as you can see, I don't have it up, but it's because I don't really like the playstyle of it, to be honest. Leveling Enhanced because it's new. I've got Ancestral War Chief, which I'm leveling. The reason I had stopped leveling it there is because before I got level 2 Enlighten, I had mana issues. And I will level another Enlighten soon, or buy one, maybe 3 or 4, to see if I can get another Herald or another thing in. So yeah, Ancestral War Chief, Minion and Totem Resistance, simply because it's just, it dies so quick. My belt is pretty junky, skipping over that. This is one of my favourite setup. Leap, Slam, Fortify, faster attacks, Whirling Blades. Lets you, because you got a lot of attack speed with Dagger's nodes, so it lets you get the really fast move speed. But when you need to jump over something, you can also jump over it. It's one of my favourite setups. That just dropped. And while I was listening to what I was going to talk about in a bit of a blind run, this dropped. T1 max energy shield, T2 increased, missing hybrid increased so it can go even higher, 82 life, rip, and 39 res, which is not excellent, but it's not bad. I put it up for 2x because you could still slam it for hybrid. Also, I crafted on the lightning res to give it more searchability. Because it only costs 2 alks, and you want people to plug in the numbers that they want, and you want to find them to find you in PoE trade. That's how you want to work it. So I'm hoping that sells. But I got that like 10 minutes ago, so it has enough time. So this, very interesting. Vanya, our Orbot, she's not on her Orbot, now that I'll say it, corrupted one of her items to get something really good on it. And I was like, alright. So I went and bought this. I was going to wear it. I'm like, slam this with a vow and get me +1 curse, please. And that would have been amazing. And that would have been a game changer. But I get this message back saying, it's not +1 curse, but it's +1 frenzy charge. So that's T1 crit multi with OK life, OK res, evasion, OK, and crafted on fizz damage. That's a great raider item, especially when they're using all their frenzy charges. But I don't think it will sell this late in the league, and also, yeah, 3x is probably a bit much. I'll put it up for 1. Still want to get rid of it. Put this up for 1 as well. Go get rid of it. Other stuff here is just meh. Okay. This is corrupted with chaos damage on the corruption. That's pretty nice, I thought. And 3 green, triple global attack speed. So that's global attack speed. The only reason why you can't use this as an offhand to Beanos is you can attack with that with Blade Flurry, so it would be no good. Also got a 6 link to drop. I crafted that myself. I think that's T1 lightning res, and it might be T1 life. Don't know. It's never gonna sell. I'll change this one down to everything 1x. It's only a black gleam, not a signal fire. Been doing a lot of trading, a lot of stuff. I bought the new tabs. They're alright, I suppose. Somebody said that Essence tabs are not really that good because essences aren't that popular, but over time you collect enough to worry about it. So that's everything. I think I absolutely hashed over everything. EG just waffled on and you all had to sit and listen. So I'll see you next time. Hopefully not in 5 months. Hopefully real soon. See ya.
I need more pockets.